Hello and welcome back to the Fruit of Grisaia, Michiru's route. In the last episode, the girls of Michiru Academy was talking about how friendship was, what a best friend was to them. And dropping into the conversation as per usual with Michiru Academy, Michiru suddenly seemed to get ill and Yuuji went after her to try and discover what went wrong. He found her on a cliff, looking over the sea, being a completely different person, talking about philosophy and important life questions. And Yuuji seemed genuinely puzzled. So let's continue. Michiru, I want to ask you something. What's on your mind? Curious about how to calculate the square root, or maybe you want to know what word comes first on the 426th page of the Japanese dictionary? None of the above. I want to know if you have a best friend. I carefully state my inquiry, watching Michiru's face intently. I expected some sort of telling reaction, but there doesn't seem to be any result worth mentioning. Michiru thinks the matter over for a moment. The casual expression on her face suggests a woman pondering her dinner menu. Tell me something first. Why are you asking me that question? Because you're avoiding the topic. Whenever the conversation shifts to friendship, best friends in particular, you immediately begin to act strangely. Thought it might have some connection to your sudden illness. Ah, I see. Yes, that reaction is hardly surprising, but I'm not the one you should be talking to about that. Anyway, from my personal point of view, a best friend seems rather unnecessary. I mean, you should all like your friends, yes? I don't think ranking them in order to pick a number one is a good thing. And the way you see it, once we're dead, we're all alone for an eternity anyway. In that case, I don't think I'd even want to get that close to anyone. It can only end in sadness. That's a pretty pessimistic way of looking at it. I don't know about that. Pragmatic seems a more appropriate word. Alright, I understand your thinking on the matter. I'll be heading back now. This time I'm fully ready to take my leave, but apparently Michiru is unsatisfied with this conclusion, as he immediately calls out to stop me. Hold on, what about you? Sorry, what about me? I'm asking about your answer to the question, of course. Do you have a best friend? Can't say I have anyone I could confidently describe that way. What about a lover? Don't have one of those either. Why are you asking? That's so. You seem like you'd be popular, though. Wonder why that is. Has that always been the case? Why do I want to know? Very simple. I've never had a romantic relationship and I'm rather intrigued by the concept. I see. So this is what they call idle curiosity. Have you kissed anyone? Yes. Oh, hey, how would you describe the sensation? Does it feel really pleasant? Let me simplify the question. What's a kiss like? Out of respect for your admirable attempt at brevity, I'll keep my answer simple as well. A kiss is a moment of contact between two sets of mucous membranes. I think that's a little too simple. Maybe it'd be quicker to find out for myself. Mind if I give it a try? Not particularly, I suppose. Thanks. Okay, here goes. Michiru rises up on tiptoe and draws her face close. Without a moment's hesitation, she presses her mouth to mine. Our moist mucous membranes softly adhere to each other. Apparently concerned about knocking her nose against mine, Michiru tilts her face slightly to one side. A tuft of blonde hair brushes against my cheek, tickling my nose with the citrusy scent of her shampoo. Phew. Michiru runs her tongue over her lips and creases her brow thoughtfully. I still don't quite get it. That's a shame, but would you mind telling me why you suddenly... hold that thought. Sorry, see you later, Yukon. Say what? Are you going somewhere? Explain yourself. Michiru, that you? Huh? Oh? Wow! Close! What the... Way too close! What do you think you're doing? Popping out of nowhere like that? Ever heard of personal space? You were like 3 inches away from kissing me, you know. That was a close one. How exactly should I interpret this? Seem to be back to the old Michiru. Yo, long time no see. Glad to see you doing well. I was somewhat concerned. It's not like I need your concern or anything. Hey, Did I say anything strange earlier? Anything strange? Have you ever said anything that wasn't? Bobo! How rude can you get? Unbelievable! Okay, settle down. I do want an explanation of all this, but I suppose it can wait. You're tired, aren't you? Let's head back to the school. An explanation of what? There's no way I'm going to explain anything to the likes of you, got it? Yes, fine. I'm going to leave you behind now. Hold it right there, Yuuji! You're back. Was Michiru okay? Huh? I'm perfectly okay for your information. If anything, Yuuji's the one who you should be worried about. The girl speaks truth. I'm somewhat exhausted at present. That's a bit unusual. But anyway, nice job bringing her back safe and sound. You've got a good head on your shoulders after all, Yuuji. It wasn't exactly easy. I hope this is sufficient to satisfy you, Amane. Of course. Okay. I knew you had it in you, Oni-chan. I'm sorry for worrying you, everyone. But just don't think I'm going to apologize or anything. No need to apologize, Michiru-sama. No need to speak, for that matter. Or think. All I ask is that you try to keep on breathing. Yeah, exactly. Live as free as the wind. That's the Matsushima Michiru style. I finally understood my philosophy, Sachi. That's your style, is it? Yes, of course it is. And a very fine style it is, too. Somehow it feels like you're totally brushing me off. Really? I was only affirming your words, Michiru-sama. Well, she might have been brushing you off, but you can't deny she did it with an admirably light touch. That's okay then. As long as it stays light, I guess there's no problem. Of course, if it hadn't been a heavy brushing, I wouldn't have forgiven you for all eternity. Bang! You're forgiven! Oh, I have been forgiven. Wonderful. Thank you very much. Okay then, I'm going to head back to my room. Amane, I'm coming too. Hold your horses. Please excuse me as well. Okay, guess I'll indulge in a little siesta myself. Michiru, are you really alright? It's fine. I've got a skin as thick as a rhino's for your information. There's no way Sachi's gonna get me down. That's not what I'm referring to. I'm talking about your physical health. Yeah, that's... Well, I'm okay now. Like I said, I'm used to it. I see. What's this about anyway? Look, don't even think about getting that close to me again. You got it? You're the one who approached me. There's no way I'd do that. Don't just make stuff up. One of these days you get tangled in your own web of receipts. Michiru, my friend, I think you might have meant deceit. Huh? Shut up, you! If you think a web of deceit is bad, you obviously never seen one made of receipts. It's Web 2.0. Her incoherent babbling apparently concluded for the moment. Michiru stalks off. There have always been things about that girl I found hard to understand, but today her incomprehensibility reached new heights. I think I'm going to have to keep an eye on her from now on. The girl told me, our world is a box. In childhood, everyone's convinced that snow-white wings are budding on their back. We tell ourselves, someday I'll fly away from here to some strange and wonderful place. We think that by going where we want to go, we'll magically become the person we want to be. But in reality, there's nowhere else to go, and no feathers to lift us out of the dust. When we finally realize this, it's hard to overstate how bitter a disappointment it is. Maybe you yourself remember that adolescent feeling of powerlessness and futility. Why was I born in the first place? Why do I have to die? That's just how the world works, of course, but we're too fragile and self-centered to accept that. We spend years muttering to ourselves, I'm different from the rest, I have to be. When that delusion gives way under the weight of our own mediocrity, we cling next to the thought, somebody will take me away from here. Some special existence will swoop down and pluck me out of this ugly, petty, tedious world. Maybe I can't fly, but someone who can will carry me off to the promised land. And when that too is revealed to be nothing but an empty fantasy, the box slowly, sullenly slides shut above us. We have our air holes, barely sufficient to keep us breathing, but our illusionary freedom shrivels and dies. The sky is an impenetrable lid above us, an impassive ruler that claims our feathers as tribute. That's the world we live in. Class is over and done with for the day, but some of us are still hanging around the classroom. Could have just returned to the dorm myself, but I was only a few pages away from finishing a book, so I decided to stay at my desk and indulge. Not a bad story. The book was Chasing the Dragonfly, Volume 3 by Sendao Akira. Having found the Lesser Emperor tucked away in a corner of the city at the end of Volume 2, I never would have expected Wataru to end up like this. I'm actually interested in reading some other stuff by this author now, but this book is badly banged up antique that seems to have been passed through half a dozen used bookstores by now. On top of which, the publisher is some company called Chigagindu Books that I've never heard of before. Probably went out of business decades ago. Guess there's no point wasting my time looking. Sounds as though you quite enjoyed that one. Yeah, pretty decent stuff. Thanks as always. I must say, you seemed rather intently focused. Did I? I don't know about that. Well, I tried to get your attention multiple times and you didn't even respond to my voice. I see. Yes, I got a little too caught up in the book's world. Concentration and imagination are closely linked. As an experiment, you can try memorizing the scene before your eyes and recreating it down to the finest detail in your mind. Repeat this and your ability to focus will gradually improve. There are apparently some people who remember the books they read as lines of printed type, but that's the exception to the rule. Generally speaking, the scenes you imagined while reading are what stay with you. Personally, I find remembering things I've never actually seen kind of enjoyable. With adequate imagination, you can go anywhere and become anyone. Immersing yourself in that illusionary freedom can make for a nice change of pace from reality. Not to say that I read purely for such practical reasons. Jeez, look at this pair of bookworms. Get off your butts once in a while. Let's move while I get some Yuuji moves. Alright, acceptable. You pass. How about you, Yumiko? Getting your exercise? I get enough. I'm certainly not so inactive as to warrant your concern. To be honest, Michiru, I'm under the impression you exercise less than anyone else in this room. Even Amane put some effort into keeping that figure, you know. So careless. I'm totally awesome athlete, so I don't even need to exercise the list, okay? We clear? You're always saying that, but I don't think I've ever seen you any actual evidence of this alleged athletic prowess. Don't tell me you doubt my word. I guess there's nothing for it then. Come at me however you like. I'll gracefully evade every... Before Michiru can even finish her sentence, Sakaki thrusts out an arm with no wind-up. Her empty fist, clenched as if holding an imaginary box cutter, comes to an abrupt halt an inch before Michiru's face. Not half bad for an amateur. If she'd been trying to kill, there'd already be a blade stuck right between Michiru's eyes. Heh. Well, that's game. Nice try! A good half-second after the outcome settled, Michiru leans her upper body backward a little. I don't think I've ever seen a backward sway quite this sluggish before. Does this girl have anemia or what? How do you like that, Yumiko? A perfect dodge! I've seen better, to be honest. To be even more honest, I don't think I've ever seen worse. A perfect failure, one might say. A fight hinges on your ability to formulate split-second tactics, but Michiru is so incompetent that she didn't even recognize the danger she was in. Such utter obliviousness is almost charming. Sorry, but I think this match is settled. A bit of a stretch to even call it a match. Ahem, I know, right? The keen awareness necessary to time a last-second dodge. The fearsome raw speed to make it happen. I'm in perfect form today, as always. This girl doesn't even seem to realize Sakagi was taking it easy on her. I think she may need to learn her place. Sakagi, let's try that again, and this time, don't stop. I authorize you to hit her. You did see that just now, right? Yep. That's exactly why I'm saying this. Hey, come at me anytime, I'll puff! Ouch! Huh? Michiru probably doesn't even know what hit her. She closed her eyes reflectively at the sharp jab of pain to her forehead, and before they opened again, Sakagi had already brought her arm back to its previous position. From Michiru's perspective, there's no evidence that Sakagi even moved. The bottle blonde stares uncomprehendingly at her foe, trying to understand how she was attacked. A splendid poke to the forehead. Huh? Wait, did you use some kind of tool, like an electronic machine or something? No. Do I look like I have a weapon? Huh? So you just hit me? When? Try doing it again. You just cheated, didn't you? Come on, one more. Yeah! Huh? I got a runny nose all of a sudden. Give it up before you get a concussion. I don't need you getting KO'd by flicks to the head. That wasn't really a barehanded attack, was it? Yumiko must have got some sort of runny nose curse on me. I mean, she totally didn't touch me, she didn't. Can I go now, please? Hey, so you admit your defeat. Yumiko, vanquished. Excuse me, what was that?
sorry, Sakaki-san. Well, I guess I lost. Bye now. Did she leave? She's gone, right?
Yes, that she is.
Take that and that. Go cheat some more, you cheater. Pow! Wham! I didn't really lose, so there. Hey, Yuuji. Yumiko totally cheated, right?
Well, let's see. She was pulling her punches pretty severely, so you could hardly call that a legitimate competition. Cheating in a broad sense of the word, I suppose.
I know, right? What a cheating cheater. That girl doesn't play fair, but I'll show her. Next time I'll attack from behind.
Is that your idea of playing fair?
An eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth, right? Okay, maybe I'm going a little overboard on the zingy.
Oh, you're aware? Take it down a notch, why don't you? No need to try so hard.
This is totally normal. I'm not trying hard. Push Kadon!
Punch Kadon, eh? Something like a mastodon, perhaps? In that case, the Punchka in question would be a famous paleontologist?
Don't be ridiculous.
Oh, if it isn't Amane. Were you listening in? I was just trying a little comedy of my own.
Trying being the operative word. The Punchka in question? Seriously? Sometimes you're just weird, Yuuji. Or maybe full of surprises would be the better way to put it.
That's not a compliment, is it? I get the message.
Well, it's not really an insult either. Anyway, Michiru never changes, does she? Such energy, such stupidity.
True, that's just the way she is.
Have you kissed anyone? Huh? Is something wrong, Yuuji? All of a sudden I recall my recent kiss with Michiru. It was so abrupt and she seemed so unconcerned about it after the fact. I could almost believe the whole thing was just a dream. Hey, Yuuji, I'm talking to you, hello? But I'm honestly less interested in the kiss itself than the other Michiru that delivered it. The Michiru I spoke with on the high ridge wasn't the Michiru I know. That wasn't just an unusual mood or something, she was acting like an entirely different person. Hello, Yuuji-kun, Earth to Yuuji. But since then, Michiru's been the same as always. I doubt anything will come from pursuing it. Hey, hello, Yuuji!
What's wrong?
That's my line. What's with the sudden silence?
Just thinking about something.
Oh ho ho, perhaps our little Michiru-chan is on your mind?
Yeah, I guess. A little.
Oh, no kidding, huh? Punskadon! Tsudura King Michiru in the house, you called?
No, we did not.
Well, it's not like I called for you either.
Yes, I know. You don't need to get combative over every little thing.
Combative? Who are you calling combative? I'm not combative! Could have fooled me. Oh hey, guess what, Michiru? Yuuji says you're on his mind. Wonder what that means. On his mind? Hey, what's the deal? Who's on Yuuji's mind?
Don't worry about it. I did say something to that effect, but it's not anything worth getting worked up about.
What? But now I'm curious. Tell me right now, you got that? Swish, jab, kapow!
Okay, bye.
Huh? Wait! Deciding it best to withdraw before this situation takes a turn for the troublesome, I quickly leave the classroom behind. Hey, hold on just a second. If you got something to say, then why don't you just spit it out already?
I have nothing to say. The end.
What? Wait a second! Seems like the troublesome ship has already sailed. Sheer carelessness on my part. Women are, as a general rule, natural-born gossipers. I shouldn't have given Amane anything to work with. Stop walking so fast! Hey, hold on a sec!
Alright, doubt she'd chase me this far.
Jerk! What's the big idea running away like that? I'm exhausted!
You didn't have to follow me, you know.
Come on, this is bugging! I mean, what was that all about? Oh. Well, if she's just determined to running around to escape, would be troublesome in its own right. Suppose I could try being honest. For the moment, I look into Michiru's face and carefully observe her expression, looking for anything suggestive of the other girl's presence. Huh? What is it? But my friend from the ridge seems to be out of the house at present. This right here is definitely the normal Michiru. What? Look, just spit it out already, why don't you? She ineptly attempts a harsh-toned bluff, counterproductively drawing attention to the fundamental weakness of spirit she's trying to hide. And she clearly doesn't even realize I've seen through her. Textbook Michiru. Okay, staring at the girl's face like that is totally against the rules. You're violating Article 6 of the Geneva Convention.
Please concisely explain what the Geneva Convention is.
Ha! Well, you know, Mr. Geneva came up with these rules restricting exports of valuable animals so they wouldn't go extinct or whatever. Article 6 is about turtles, right?
I think you're talking about the Washington Convention. Either way, what exactly does your face have to do with the international trade in endangered tortoises?
Shut up, you! Why are you looking at me like that anyway? Is there something on my face?
Come to think of it, I've been focusing exclusively on the girl's expression and the tone of her voice. Might have overlooked some revealing physical change. Shifting my focus, I resumed my scrupulous observation of Michiru's face.
Why did you go all quiet?
Even as I lean into an extremely short range, Michiru makes no effort to flee. Probably her stubborn pride as a tsundere at work. True, the girl's breathing a little roughly through her nose, and her eyes are darting around frantically, but by Michiru's standards, she's managing to keep it together. I see. Is there something on your face?
I wasn't asking you to check.
Michiru's the same as always, however. I made a discovery that seems of some potential interest. Kind-hearted individual that I am, I decided to share my findings with the girl. Alright, my observations are complete. There's nothing on your face. Your skin is clean, smooth, and youthful, as one might expect of a teenage girl. I didn't detect dirt, encrusted bits of food, or any other blemishes of external origin. There is, of course, a possibility you're infested with face bites, but that's impossible to determine with the naked eye.
Do you have to put it like that? Of course there's nothing I give my face a good watching every day, alright!
However, you do have a bit of a mustache.
Mustache what?
Calm yourself, it's only a little peach fuzz. Stands out a bit at very close range. In any case, there's no truth to the old wives' tales about shaving making your neck grow back heavier, so deal with it as you wish.
You're unbelievable! Who just comes out and says something like that to a girl?
You're the one who asked if there was something on your face. I just answered the question.
Shut up, you! In the first place, peach fuzz? Peaches don't even grow mustaches. Your eyes must be fuzzy. I demand a second opinion.
Don't let it get to you. Nobody's going to laugh at a young woman just because she has a little hair under her nose. Even if you drink a big glass of milk and end up with a bright white mustache, I'll wipe it clean for you like any halfway decent person would. Only a grade schooler would mock you for something like that.
How can I not let it get to me? I've never been so insulted in my life! Ah, damn it! I'll get my revenge someday, you better watch your back!
I was trying to be considerate, but it seems I've somehow managed to earn Michiru's enmity. As always, cross-gender diplomacy can be neatly summarized with the phrase, pain in the ass. No reason to work yourself into a frenzy. I wasn't just trying to tease you, alright? I had a reason for observing you.
Huh? What's this reason? I'll take it into consideration, so out with it already.
I don't mind, but I doubt you'd be of much help. Can't say I really understand the situation that well myself.
Huh? What? I don't really know what you're talking about here.
That's so. Well, I'm equally baffled by you, my Michiru. I've come to think of you as something of a mysterious woman.
Sheesh, you're laying your own thick all of a sudden. Alright, no need to batter me up. Go on, get to the point.
Batter? You seem to be misunderstanding something here. Anyway, long story short, I don't understand what you did to me. It seemed completely unlike you.
Huh? Unlike me? What are you talking about? This is really bugging me now. Can you just explain already?
Michiru draws closer, visibly unsettled by my choice of words. I wasn't trying to imply anything in particular, but maybe I hit a sore spot. I don't know if spelling it out is going to make this any less incomprehensible, but I'm talking about what you did to me the other day.
What I did to you the other day? Like what?
So you don't remember. Kind of suspected as much.
What the heck? I totally remember. Yes, I did it. Sure, right, of course. So what? What did I do to you?
We went to first base, so to speak. You insisted.
First base? What? Are you just making this up? I mean, do I look like a sports freak? I insisted? Me? What am I going to do with that?
I think she's probably taking first base a little too literally, but I feel so ridiculous.
actually explained me the metaphor that I decided to figure it out for herself.
How would I know why? You're the one who started the whole thing, not me.
First base, huh? Did I? No, I can't have... I don't know. How exactly did I do it? Can you maybe recreate this for me?
Look, you're going to regret this. Listen carefully. When I say first base, I mean...
Ah, you're making a fool of me again, aren't you? I know what freaking first base is. Bunt, slide, save, all that, right? I mean, come on, that stuff is on TV all the time. Of course I know what it means.
I don't think you do, Michiru. Look, it's a meta...
Silence! But you always have to pick at my tiny little mistakes anyway. I'm right in the ballpark, aren't I? That's good enough!
No ballparks were involved. You're not even in the right time zone.
That can't be right. Come on, show me what you're talking about. I'll be the judge of this.
You want me to show you first base, like we did the other day? I really don't.
Yeah, it's fine. You have my authorization. Just do it. Show me this first base. I literally made you visit.
Alright then. If you insist, I'll give you a little demonstration.
Clearing my throat, I approach Michiru. Indeed, yes, let's see this demonstration of yours. I love this picture. Let me just take a screenshot of this because I'm going to use that as a definite thumbnail for later on. Hey, hold on a second. Are you doing a little close? Aren't we going to the first base?
We can't do that from a distance, you know. That's sort of how it works.
Huh? Yeah, totally. That's how first base works, after all. Okay, so what did I do?
This.
Oh my god, that's a dopey face. Holding Michiru's chin steady between my thumb and index finger, I press my lips against hers. It's the same kind of abrupt kiss she gave me the other day. I don't think there was any tongue involved back then, so I keep things simple. Michiru stares at me from point blank range, an expression of blank incomprehension on her face. This isn't really a romantic thing, so I keep my eyes open as well. Maybe it would have been better manners to shut them. Well, whatever, hardly matters. After a moment, I slowly pull back. Our lips cling together for a brief, reluctant moment, then part with a small smack. So ends our second visit to first base. Oh, this is actually a pretty good picture. I like that.
There you go. First base.
Where?
This is what you did to me the other day. I don't understand why that happened, and I'm getting the idea that you don't either, right?
Yeah.
Allow me to explain after the fact. First base is a common metaphor for kissing. Baseball had nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
Any questions?
Yeah.
Go ahead then.
Yeah. Yeah.
No questions after all?
Yeah.
Alright then, dismissed. Return to your post.
Yeah. I'm not sure myself what her post is supposed to be, but I guess that's a wrap for the moment. Michiru-sama, I do apologize. I was cleaning this bathroom. Are you alright? Yeah. Huh? Michiru-sama, is something the matter? Yeah. What on earth? Michiru-sama? Michiru-sama? Kasami-san,
This is about Michiru, I assume. Don't worry about it. Just your everyday case of temporary insanity.
Is that so? Did she suffer an intense shock of some sort?
Yeah, but it's nothing to get too...
She stepped in that bucket and fell again, in the exact same place as before.
I didn't think she'd be this badly shocked. Now I feel a little bad.
Kasami-san, did you do something bad to Michiru-sama? You mustn't do bad things. Was it shoplifting? Did you shoplift? Shoplifting is a bad thing.
Well, no. She's the one who asked me to do it, so this is ultimately her fault.
The shoplifting? Michiru-sama is a bad person.
Listen to what I'm saying. Shoplifting wasn't involved.
Then what was?
A little visit to first base.
First base? Are you referring to a kiss? And Michiru-sama wanted this to happen?
No, but she did ask me to do it.
This is a rather complicated story. It may take some time before I can understand.
I imagine so. I don't understand it myself currently.
Goodness, if you don't understand Kasami-san, that would be an utterly impossible thing for me to grasp. I'll leave it be.
Okay then, see you later, I guess.
Yes, I'll go clean up the water Michiru-sama spilled. Judging from that reaction, Michiru doesn't have much romantic experience. There's a good chance that this was the girl's second kiss. Considering her age, it'll be a little on the late side, but everyone in this school has their circumstances. Probably it doesn't make sense to measure them against typical standards. The same pocket? Yet again, Michiru-sama, come to your senses. Yeah. Seems there's a possibility I've traumatized Michiru. Yes, the girl might actually have been somewhat of a sheltered princess.
Oh, hey. You alright? Didn't pick up on this earlier, but maybe you're imitating a sports car engine, one of those prancing horses?
Ignoring my attempt at lightening the mood, Michiru silently retrieves her canister of Ramune candies from the shark pouch around her waist, then pours out a huge pile onto her palm.
That seems a little much. It's like you're eating sand. You alright there, Michiru?
Michiru abruptly sprays great gobs of half-chewed candy, vaguely resembling rotten chunks of tofu, out of her mouth. Did no one ever teach this girl to value her food?
Michiru, my friend, it seems that you ate too much at once.
Yeah. Poor Michiru-sama, please do wipe your face. Here's a rag. Thanks, wipey wipe. Boo-hoo, it's smelly, it's gross.
I would imagine so. Why don't you take it easy for a while? Sashi, I'll leave the rest to you.
Yes, it would be my pleasure. Well then, Michiru-sama, let's be on our way. Here you are, your rag. Thanks, Blur. Sure smelly. And so Michiru and I learned a valuable lesson about the dangers of overeating. Not that either of us were particularly happy about it. Have you ever made an irreparable mistake? You know, done something that can't be undone? Doesn't have to be anything particularly dramatic. Maybe you hit a line drive into the neighbor's window as a kid? Good enough. Remember that crushing moment of dread, that sense of hopelessness. I don't think I'm ever going to feel that way again. It's not that I don't make mistakes, I've simply come to realize that every problem has a solution. When you break someone's window, you just apologize. If that's not enough, you compensate them for the damage. Either way, if you're tactful enough to send over a box of pastries and an apologetic note afterward, there probably won't be any hard feelings. Even if you happen to run into someone who isn't so easily placated, there are countless alternative ways of resolving the situation. Sure, these things end up costing you a little in the short term, but if you handle it properly, there won't be any lasting repercussions. And once you get the knack of solving problems, you'll find yourself anticipating them ahead of time. So the door you need to open is fastened shut with torque screws, hardly anything to panic over, just twist it out with your wrench. Plan a few moves ahead and you'll have a lot less stress in general. It's not nearly as hard as it sounds, just takes a little experience. On the downside, once you have the insight necessary to predict the future, you'll never be able to watch a Rube Goldberg machine in innocent amazement again. But on the whole, I find that an acceptable trade-off. Not to say that I have all the answers. Every once in a while I do find myself at a loss for a coping strategy. More often than not, this is a direct result of interaction with those highly unpredictable variables known as women. And that's where we'll end this first part of Michiru's line. Things are definitely going as expected when knowing Michiru. So yeah. Until next time, take care.